Imagine this, you've just taken your favorite instax or polaroid photo, and a week later, that print is bent, scratched, or already starting to fade. The way you store your film and your prints can literally be the difference between "aw, memories" and "wow, that's ruined." So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to store your instant film and organize your prints so your 2026 and beyond photos actually survive longer than a week. First, let's start with unopened film, because if you mess this part up, you're already setting yourself up for failure, like streaky, weirdly colored, or completely ruined photos. Instant film can be a little picky. It likes to live at room temperature, so not too hot and not too cold. Think roughly 55 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So during the year, don't leave your film sitting in a hot or cold car while you're out and about. Don't throw it somewhere that gets super cold or super hot, like a garage or unheated attic. And don't store it right next to a heater, a fireplace, or a radiator. Because Polaroid is more temperature sensitive, when I'm storing it at home, I like to keep it at a consistent temperature in my fridge. Instax is a bit more forgiving, so I just keep it in a cool place like a drawer or a bag in my closet away from direct sunlight. Nothing fancy, just cool, dry, and boring. Boring is good for film. The next tip builds on that, keeping your film dry. So next up, humidity and light. Depending on the time of year or location, humidity can swing all over the place. High humidity can cause film to stick together or give you weird blotchy developing spots. Super dry air can make it a bit more fragile. So again, inside a closed box or drawer can be your best friend. Bonus tip, if you live in a very humid environment, toss in one of those little silica gel packs that come with shoes or electronics to help absorb extra moisture. And please keep your film in its original packaging until you're actually ready to load it. That packaging is there to protect it from light and moisture. Don't open all your packs at once just because you're excited. Open one, load it in your camera, and keep the rest sealed. Okay, so you know how to store your film. Let's talk about protecting your prints. The most important time for a print is the first few minutes after it comes out of the camera. That's when it's still developing and the chemistry is stabilizing. Here's what not to do. Don't shake the print. That old Polaroid myth needs to stay in the 70s. Sorry, Andre 3000. Don't shove it straight into your photo album or a tight wallet. Don't stack fresh prints right on top of each other while they're still wet inside. Okay, so I've told you a couple things not to do, but you may be thinking, Shay, what if I'm at a party? I'm glad you asked. What you can do at events or parties is have a little photo landing zone. It could be a clean plate, a tray, or a small box lid on a table. As prints come out, lay the photos flat, image up for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Let them develop in peace while you keep shooting or chatting. You can also store them in a small, solid pouch to let them continue developing in a dark setting without being tightly pressed against each other. We've talked about how to protect your fresh prints, but just because they've been developing for a few minutes doesn't mean you're out of the woods just yet. Here are some examples of things to avoid. Bending them to show someone across the table, tossing them into a bag with keys, coins, or anything sharp, letting people handle them with sticky or greasy fingers from food or other substances. During gatherings, if I'm shooting instax, I like to bring a small, cheap photo album or a stack of photo sleeves. As soon as prints are mostly developed, I slide them in. It looks organized and it protects them from spills, fingerprints, and people can flip through them without destroying anything. If I'm shooting mostly Polaroid, I like to bring a small box or pouch. Polaroids take a while to mostly dry, so if you put them in a photo album or sleeve too early, they kind of stick to the plastic. If there will be kids around, considering making a kid stack and a keeper stack. The kid stack can be handled, traded, and decorated however they want. The keeper stack is what I protect and organize later. Okay, so we've talked about protecting your film before you've opened it and immediately after you shot it. But what about when you're ready to display it? Good question. Let's talk about string lights and displays, because I know a lot of people love hanging their instant photos with string lights or various displays. Instant prints don't love strong constant light. Over time, direct sunlight and sometimes even really intense LED lights can cause fading. So if you're using a cute photo display, try to avoid placing prints where they are hit by direct sunlight every single day. If you're clipping them to string lights, leave a little bit of space between the bulb and the print so it's not getting constant heat or direct light on one spot. Remember, a short-term bright light display is usually fine. The real damage happens when prints are left in bright light all year long or just for a really long time. What I like to do is treat bright light displays as temporary galleries. I'll hang my favorite shots for a week or two, then after that time passes, I either take everything down and move those prints into albums, boxes, or wherever I'm storing them at the time, or rotate the images. That way I get the cute decor and I'm still keeping my photos safe. Alright, now you've stored your film correctly, you've protected your fresh prints during the year, but near the end of the year or beginning of another, you're left with a big pile of instax and polaroid prints. Let's talk about organizing them in a way that doesn't quite require you to become a full-time archivist. The key is to pick a system that matches your personality and how many photos you take. I'm going to give you 3 easy options. Option 1, the shoebox but better method. Take a small box, label it Q1 2026 or whatever year it is, and literally toss all of your instant prints from January to March in there. If you want to be slightly extra, use little dividers. January, February, March, or whatever fits your life. It's low effort, but future you will thank you for labeling it. Option 2, the mini album method. So get a little instax or polaroid size album and dedicate one to each month, quarter, year, or major event. This way your photos will be roughly in chronological order. No overthinking, no perfection, just start at the front and keep going. Finally, option 3, the highlight reel method. If you shoot a lot of film, don't try to save and display every single print. Choose, say, up to your top 10 or 20 from the whole year. Those go into an album or on a special display, and the rest can live in a labeled box as backups. That way, your very best memories are easy to find and enjoy. So that's how I keep my instant film and prints safe during the chaos of the year. I store unopened film at a comfortable temperature, protect fresh prints while they're developing, be smart about the displays I use, and then give myself a simple, realistic organizational system. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. Are you more of a shoebox with better person or an album person? I'm curious how you like to store your instax and polaroid prints. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking about taking care of your memories. Hit like if this video helped you. Subscribe if you want more instant camera tips and tutorials. Until next time, keep practicing, keep having fun, and I'll see you in the next video.